What's up, everybody? I am Jesse, or GameOverJesse, as some of you all may know me, here with the new episode of the Highlands Gamescast for the weekend of January the 14th. Here with me is a very special guest for the first time from Zelda Dungeons Mailbag, the Curiosity Shop. Axel, go ahead and introduce yourself for those who may not know who you are.
I am the Beast. I'm Axel the Beast.
Alright, and
I could have done a better voice than that, but okay, go ahead.
No, it's totally fine.
It was awesome.
And we have another guest who has been on the channel before, but this is his first time actually being on this podcast. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Matt?
Hello, everybody. My channel is actually Mr. Infinity, and my name is Matt. Nice to meet everybody, and it's just an honor to be here. Jesse's an old friend of mine. I've known him for a few years, and we've just been talking about Zelda the whole time. And now we're finally back together to do a podcast, and I feel great about it. And having Axel on is probably the best blessing that could have been, that could have happened. So
yes, not only is Matt known for his own YouTube channel where he focuses on everything from fitness to Zelda, but he's also a fan of my channel and Axel the Beast's Mailbag. So should get into some interesting stuff, especially later since we'll be answering our own questions. But to begin the podcast, we need to give our shout outs to our Patreon users. We have George Martinez, Megan Neal, Casey Willis, Rusty Caulfield, Link, Use the Triforce, Tight-Lipped Gaming, Robbie Morgan, Shadow to Us, Lovable Christie, Key of Time 15, Lunarium, and in the past couple of weeks we had new Patreons, Ashley Feltz, Monica Spath, and Michelle Jones. Thank you all so much for your support. If you yes. If you want to guarantee your question to be featured on the podcast, as well as some other nice stuff that we include, because we get so many questions submitted on the YouTube channel, Discord, and everywhere else, a good way to guarantee your question takes priority is to become a Patreon member. But before we get to our questions, we will be talking about the recent Nintendo Direct, what we would like to see from the next Direct. We'll be talking about some news coming out for Smash Brothers, Pokemon, and Animal Crossing on the Nintendo Switch. And
Pokemon.
Yes, Pokemon's a big game everyone's looking forward to. And then we have a little bit of PlayStation discussion, talking about Shadow of the Colossus and God of War, two games that in their own way pay tribute to the Zelda franchise. All right.
Absolutely.
So, beginning the podcast, this is perfect because it brings me to something that I wanted to ask. That I'm sure a lot of people are also interested in. With you, Axel the Beast, everyone knows you from Zelda Dungeons Curiosity Shop, the Zelda Mailbag. I'm a big fan of it. Matt here is a big fan of it. There's a lot of people huge fans of it. Every time, because I continued working at Zelda Dungeon for a while when your disappearance happened. I don't know what to say. There's a bunch of people. It's like, oh, Mosses has Axel locked away in his basement.
Yeah, dude.
What
happened to you, man?
He's keeping him in prison or whatever. So to clear up the situation for anyone who may be interested, would you like to kind of clear up and elaborate on exactly what happened?
I have a video that I was recording this morning, and it said there's a problem with it that I'll be uploading on my channel probably before the day is out. I don't know when this would go up, so I have no idea when that will be in comparison to this video going up. But I can just give you like the gist. It's basically just like I had a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I wasn't dealing with a lot of it as I should have been. I was putting a lot of it off, and what I was doing instead was working on the website and stuff. And I took time off from that to do that, and it just got out of hand for a lot of different reasons along the way. And a lot of other stuff came up, and it eventually added up to a few years. In some ways, it was like a vacation, too, because there was stressful things going on Zelda Dungeon and on the internet in general at that time. So some of it might have just been like me, like, well, I could put it off a little longer, kind of. But there was a lot of other things. It's not going to get into too many details because it's a lot of stuff in my personal life. But it's just a lot of things to handle in my life. I don't know if I honestly have no idea how noticeable it is. But I got a little buffer in the time since, and I don't know. I was working out a lot and trying to lose weight during that time. I don't know if everyone really noticed it, but there was a couple mailbags where I was getting a little pudgy. It was getting up there. So,
just for me to comment on it real quick, Axel, no matter what happened to you, man, we're happy to have you back. No matter what.
Appreciate it.
Personal life, we're glad you took care of it, and you had all of our best wishes the entire time, man, whether you knew it or not. We missed you and we were thinking about you. One comment on my own personal life is during college, I had a very, I guess you could say, lonely time in college. I was just working, just doing schoolwork and stuff, and no friends, no whatever, what have you. So watching your videos, the mailbags, like, it got me through. Like, it really helped get me through. Just because Zelda's something I've always loved, and I've never really found people to connect with. Like, Jesse's one of the only people that I've ever really found that I can connect with this topic. And everybody makes Zelda videos online. I'm not naming any channels, but like, people just don't have the passion. And if they don't have the passion, if they do have the passion, maybe they don't have the knowledge. You have both, man. And I truly appreciated all of your videos, every one. I watched them all. And they just would help me get to sleep at night, man. Help me and just keep me company. And I know I sound like a total loser, but it's the absolute truth. It's the absolute truth, so I don't feel bad about it. They really helped me. And when you went away, that totally did affect me too. I was like, oh man, like, where'd he go? And you didn't update anything at all, letting us know where you were. So like, I think the worst. Like, I study psychology. It's what my degree's in. So I thought the worst case scenario is like, man, I just hope he's okay. And like, I met Jesse, and Jesse like said like he kind of knew you. He said, yeah, like, he's okay, he's alive. So I was like, cool, like, everything's good, but I just hope he comes back someday. And dude, when I heard that you were coming back, I was like, oh my God, it is a miracle. So I think I can speak for everybody when I say that we're happy to have you back, and I hope you stay in the mailbag spot. You are the master, you are the king, man. So just keep it up, dude. Whatever you do, we support you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Axel, hearing something like that, obviously you already knew you had a fan base, but whenever you hear stuff like that from people that are your fans, how does that feel?
I've spent my whole life kind of rolling my eyes at YouTubers who are like, oh, my fans, you guys made me who I am. And I've never fully shared that sentiment, but at the same time, now I kind of get it. Like, now I understand.
And it's okay if you don't get it or feel it, man. We're just letting you know how we feel. So
no, I really do appreciate it. I definitely, like, I don't mean that to say, like, I don't give a care, I don't care. Like, that's not what I mean at all. I'm just saying, like, I get it now, definitely. I really appreciate all the support from everyone.
Yes.
And it's kind of unreal to me, honestly. I would have expected at some point someone who was just like, yeah, whatever. But it seems like no one ever really gave up or got over it. And I'm just like, dang it, now I feel really bad.
It's passion, it's quality content, man. You can go watch other videos. It's just not like it. It's not like the way you talk about things. You can just pull facts out of nowhere from games and stuff, and it's just like, yes, this guy knows. This guy knows.
I've actually mentioned this on a past...
Jesse, you're really good at that too. You're really good at that too, my friend.
Thank you. I've mentioned this on a few past podcasts, but I want to mention to you guys, the podcast is live streamed, so I put a link in the Skype chat for you guys to, like, if you want to read up on some of the comments and stuff.
Oh wow!
This is
live right now.
Yeah, there's only 17 people watching, so no worries.
Oh wow, man! No, I have not. Gosh,
Miss
I didn't get my makeup right.
Oh no, my hair.
Miss Click Gaming, who is a very well-known Zelda Twitch streamer, and she has her own YouTube channel as well. She's being very active in the chat right now, so thank you. But continuing with your mailbag stuff, Axel, I've mentioned a few times on podcasts previously, the reason I started my mailbag was because whenever I was writing for Zelda Dungeon, I was a big fan of the Curiosity Shop. And then, like, Zelda Informer, Zelda Universe, all of these different websites started their own Zelda mailbag. But one of them, like, you were the only one where it was like you being entertaining, looking in the camera, answering questions. Some of them was just audio only with a blank screen. Not very entertaining at all, just to listen to someone.
The music, dude, that you played, Axel, loved it, man. The Curiosity Shop music.
Yeah, so That's why
So good.
I started my mailbag on my channel to kind of sort of emulate that, because it was something that inspired me.
everyone did.
So I wanted to kind of do my own mailbag with that. And then there was a lot of people commenting, being like, holy crap, like I haven't seen a mailbag like this since the Curiosity Shop on Zelda Dungeon. So whenever you weren't doing the mailbag, were there times where you missed it, where it's like, oh, I gotta record a mailbag today? No, wait, never mind, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I definitely missed being on the website and doing work and stuff. I don't know if I ever had that moment specifically, but I never lost the reflex. Well, hey there, guys, I'm Axel Beast.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's exactly the same as it used to be when I did it in the stupid Bane parody comeback thing. I don't know if I did it
That was
exactly
so
the same
funny.
or in the mailbag.
Yeah. So whenever you would like come up with some of those skits for the intros and stuff,
It was so true. It was so true, dude.
what was like some of your favorites that you had, or some that like you may have recorded and like people are gonna think I'm the biggest idiot in the world when they see this, but then it turned out to be kind of entertaining? Like, what are some of yours?
I was cured of my concern over that when I did the Zelda enemies thing way back, where I don't know if you guys ever saw that one, where I pretended.
Remind me of it.
I basically acted like enemies from the Zelda series while playing their sound effects over me, and I would like one of the ones I like had my arms behind my back and I was hopping around like a choo-choo and I was like swaying as I like moved.
I think I do remember that.
Yeah. That's old gen Axel Beast.
Yeah.
If it was on the mailbag, I probably saw it.
It wasn't on the mailbag, actually.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing.
Okay. Those are the ones.
It's
1 to 35.
I was very uncertain if that was a good idea, to the point where I tacked the whole discussion thing at the end just in case like Mossies would be mad at me uploading it, because I didn't tell him about it. But he cracked up when he saw it, so it was a success. That cured me of the idea that doing silly stuff wouldn't work out. So when I started doing the little skits at the beginning, I was like, this is a good idea. This will go great. I do have one favorite. By far, every time I watch it again, like I just start laughing. I know that's probably egotistical to laugh at yourself, but
No,
it was
it's not.
it was the one where I walked in and I sat down and it plays that doot 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 thing from A Link's Awakening, where you have the compass and it tells you if there's a secret in the room. You remember? You know how they did that? There's a new jingle. It's not.
I never played Link's Awakening.
Okay, so it's basically it's not the secret discovered jingle. It's there's a secret in the room jingle, but you only get it if you have the compass. And it played that, and I was like, and I just. And anyway, bottom line is I just was like looking around, and then I just went up and I was like, it's still my favorite.
Nice, man.
Weirdly perfect take. I don't know, man. Some of those are dumb. Like, I can straight up acknowledge I cringe sometimes when I watch some of them, but that one gets me every time.
All right, and now that you're officially back with the Zelda Dungeon,
Yes.
what can we expect from in the future, whether it's on Zelda Dungeon's channel or your own YouTube channel?
Well, the first order of business is to do more of the same. So on Zelda Dungeon, I'll be doing the mailbags. I'll be doing occasional discussion videos. I'm not sure what the format will be because I got a lot of new equipment for doing videos and stuff. I have a actually good video editor for once, because I've been using like Windows Movie Maker and stuff for years. A lot of the things I did in that Bane video was literally just me playing with the program and seeing what I could do with it. So
That was awesome. That was really well done, man. I thought that was a person talking to you.
So I intend to try to see what new stuff I can try to do, but I also, don't want to get too fancy about it and take too long between videos. So a lot of the same. I have some new ideas. On my personal channel in particular, I have a lot of things I want to talk about, things I never got to get into, including, more serious subjects other than just, oh, hey, this game sounds cool. I mean, on my channel, I think I did a video once where it's like, yeah, Kingdom Hearts isn't that great. I think I did that one. I changed my mind about it at some point, but yeah, at some point, you can look forward to this, because this is happening someday. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Within the next few years, at some point, there's going to be a video on my channel, and it's going to be titled, this is going to be the exact title, I already know this, Overrated Games, Resident Evil 4.
Oh,
I have a big history with Resident Evil 4. I have a big just...
Does that hurt you?
did you play it, the whole thing?
I played the whole thing.
Okay. How about 5, 6, and 7?
I've played 5. I haven't played 6 yet. Ooh, I can drop... If you want a big bomb to drop in this video, I can tell you to say something.
Go ahead.
Please. 7, Resident Evil 7.
I have not played Resident Evil 5 single player, so I want to contextualize what I'm about to say is entirely about the co-op experience.
Okay, for 5. Okay, because there's
entirely about the co-op experience. It's the only thing I'm
Yes.
speaking of here.
Yes.
I think the co-op experience in Resident Evil 5 is better than Resident Evil 4.
I could see that stance. No, I can see that stance completely, man. I think the co-op in Resident Evil 5 might be the best co-op experience I've ever had. It's one of the best co-op experiences I've ever had. I love the experience in that game co-op wise.
To contextualize, I'm an old Resident Evil fan, so the action direction isn't my thing, but I think that Resident Evil 5 had some really cool action parts, so that's just my stance.
I agree.
That, so.
Did you play 7 though, the newest one that just came out? Resident Evil 7?
Not yet, looking forward to it.
Resident Evil 7 is basically a
10
masterpiece.
10 out of 10 and everything. From every DLC, every piece of it is perfection, man.
I am totally skeptical it will...
If you like horror?
Yeah. I'm skeptical it'll beat the GameCube remake of the first game, but I'll give it an open mind.
Oh yeah, I don't know, because I never played the first couple, so if you're just a hardcore fan of those, I can't speak on that. I can only speak from 4 onward.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Cool. Resident Evil. Nice, man.
All right,
Good to know.
The videos on this channel are funded by supporters on Patreon like you. If you're a fan of this channel and would like to join on videos, receive shoutouts, watch videos early, have your questions answered, or have your topic discussed on our podcast, please consider supporting on Patreon for these and many other rewards for just $1. Shoutouts for this video includes Link Use the Triforce, Rusty Caulfield, Lovable Christie, Give Time 15, Shadow to Us, Robbie Morgan, and Lunarium. I want to thank all of you for everything you have done to help support this channel.